Where can you find a wetlands habitat, a historic cemetery, and an important memorial sculpture in the same place? Welcome to the African American Heritage Park in Alexandria, Virginia. Here we can experience all of the above as we learn about and honor the African Americans who have contributed towards making Alexandria what it is today. We might even see some wild rabbits as we make our way along the trail. Let's hop to it. Hey guys, welcome back to Vigoroso, DC. And right now I am at the Alexandria African American Heritage Park. And behind me, maybe you can see some white graves back there. That is the Alexandria National Cemetery, which I will be filming after this. But this park specifically is all about the contributions of African Americans toward the city of Alexandria through the years. And I'm going to walk you through it and explain everything that is here. It's not that big, but it is very peaceful and has some very interesting things about it. So let's go. That is the main entrance up there. So you come down these steps and then you can either go left or right. That way is to the right. And this way is to the left. And I think maybe we'll go right. Let's go right. And that is the spot where I just talked to you from. So this park was founded back in 1995, really not that long ago. But it was on part of its grounds coming up here right in front of us that was actually a historic cemetery back in the 1800s. And it wasn't big. There were only about 20 graves that have been uncovered. And only a few of them still have standing headstones. And they're coming up right now. So far, this little walk is kind of what you might normally see in a park, nice peaceful walk. But what you don't see right off the trail is this. These are graves of people. All of these people here died in the 1890s. So let's take a quick look. So Matilda Gaines, my mother, died 1897. That 9 is hard to make out, but it is a 9, age 76 years. And then we have up here, Mary Rome, asleep in Jesus, died 1899. Sarah Hunter, 82 years old, died in 1896. And this is the back of a grave. Abraham Hunter, this was the first one that was found because this area was all kind of overgrown. It was being used as a landfill. And someone found this grave first, and then they took closer looks and found the others. Died 1891, only 37. And then there's this one. It's tough to make out the name here. It looks like Washington is the last name. And the year of death is hard to make out too, but it says 52. And we will continue up the trail. And there is a memorial up there that we are going to check out. Those steps go around, but we're just gonna cut through here. These are bronze trees, and they're called Truths That Rise from the Roots Remembered. And inscribed on them are the names of different notable African Americans who contributed to the city of Alexandria. And it's divided into how they contributed specifically. So if you can see here, it says education, and it has the names of different schools. And then they have people's names on it. And more on this side with education. Here we have religion. More religion. Civic. Now, the second name here, Benjamin Banneker, says 1791. He is quite a name in American history. He is really the first very successful African American in our country's history. He actually wrote a letter to Thomas Jefferson once, pretty much saying how bad slavery was and how it should be abolished. And Thomas Jefferson actually replied to him saying, yeah, you're totally right. We should get rid of slavery, blah, blah, blah. But of course, he didn't act on it. He didn't do anything about it. But just the fact that at the height of slavery, here you had a free African American was able to pretty much tell off the president of the United States. And not only was he able to do that, the president responded back agreeing with him. You know, it's like, that's pretty amazing. And if you don't know the story of Benjamin Banneker, I'm not going to go into it here, but please look him up. It is a fascinating life that he had. And to do the things he did, it's pretty incredible to begin with, but especially in that time and place. He lived most of his life in Maryland, which was a slave state at the height of slavery, and he was still able to do the things that he did. So now we have this part of the memorial. This says up here in the corner, Black Baptist Cemetery Association, 1885. So those graves I showed you earlier, which are right down there in the center of the frame, that was part of this cemetery that was founded about 140 years ago. And down at the bottom here, do any of these names look familiar to you? Mary Rome, Matilda Gaines, Sarah Hunter, Abraham Hunter, Julia Ann Washington. Those names might sound familiar because those were the names on the graves that we just looked at. So they are memorialized here. And here it says, from the past they speak in varied voice and familiar faces. And we have a whole lot of faces here. So this memorial is the centerpiece of the park. But there's more to it, and we will continue on down that way. Actually, before we head down there, I wanted to show you this. Now, the internet says that there is a book here at the memorial that tells in detail the information and stories of the people's names that we've just looked at. But as you can see, there is no book. This is clearly a place where a book is supposed to be. That's pretty obvious. And maybe there was at one point, but there is no book here. There's no book anywhere else. So either the website needs to be updated where they're removing that, or they should put in a new book. What do you think should be done? I say they should put in a new book. Okay, and now we will head down there.